Man, I wish there was like a game that was kind of like a roguelike, and maybe it had some like Revolutionary War like type weapons, kind of like muskets and stuff. And like, wait a second, wait. Oh wait, no, wait. I can program. I can make. Hold on. Hello everyone, my name is Ben, and for the past few weeks, while Constructor Bitrix has been working on the Bots and Muskets Redux, I've been working on sort of a cool game. Come over here, I'll tell you all about it. No, come, get over. The concept is that it would be kind of like a roguelike, maybe not entirely permadeath, I don't know. Some sort of revive thing, I don't know, maybe. You'd start off with nothing, and then you would use your fists to beat up and steal a guy's musket, and be on your merry way. All of the rooms and stuff would be sort of randomly generated, since I do not really want to program anything that can be like entirely randomly generated, because, you know, like, that takes a lot of time, and it doesn't always work, so we're just gonna kind of use sort of templates. You can't see the quotation marks I'm using, template. You know kind of how like Doors has like all these different rooms and stuff, and you can see like very similar rooms, because it's not entirely randomly generated, I don't think, at least. Basically picks out a random pre-made S and then just connects it to like another floor or like room or something to make it look like it's randomly generated, even though it's technically not. But for now, that is the concept. We need to move to actually executing it. And so let's go back in time to where launch Roblox Studio, and let's begin developing. First, I loaded up Roblox Studio and chose the classic baseplate template because every other template is horrible. The second thing I did was rip all of the assets off of Scary Game because they look good and I'm too lazy to make other ones. After that, I fiddled with the colors of the baseplate and added a starter character into the workspace. I played around with the fog colors to make some sort of like cartoony type like shading, and then added some weird outline shading things, but then ditched it because it looked sort of off-putting. And I would rather have a like vibrant and cartoonish and colorful environment rather than just something that looks kind of creepy and damp. Then afterward, I started modeling a tool. I started on the inventory system, making a few folders that designate where specific tools go, and then I added a few attributes to the tool to store certain information, and then I worked on making the pickup system, which works basically like this. User input service detects input, and if the input is equal to the enum key code E, which is the key E on the keyboard, it's kind of obvious, but then it will run a detection system which gets all of the items with a certain unique aspect like the name, tool, and then runs all of them through a for loop to see if they're the closest one. He will fire a remote event which connects the client, which houses the script that I just explained, to the server. The tool then knows that it needs to be picked up and detects if the player is close enough to pick it up. You always want to do this on the server to prevent any hackers from doing anything weird, and then runs the pickup function. Then I program more of it, blah blah blah, made some visual labels so I can more easily recognize which item priority each item is. But you probably don't care about that. This is America after all we care about is to fiddle around with the camera system to make it look a little bit more like a third-person shooter type of camera. I also added in a arm movie script thing that allows you to move around your arms, so holding the musket will be easier. And by the way, I modeled a musket and quickly programmed it so that you can now shoot the ranker. The ranker that was totally not inspired by Bots and Muskets. Anyways, in the beginning of the video I talked about using templates, and here are said templates to be used in forming an arena to fight the rankers, but currently the rankers are just stupid, so I need to give them a brain. In order to give them a brain, I need to insert a script into the model and then, well, program it. So the rankers are now able to move around. This is the greatest achievement in scientific history. Oh, also they can shoot you now, so that's fun. It was about time that I compiled the widths of the ranker and the widths of the randomly generated floor layout thing. And so we ended up with this. You might be asking, why is there the weird arrow thing on the cursor in the middle of the screen? Well, that's actually the direction thing for the saber or whatever when I add it. I also added another function, which I recommended to Bitrix. It's all kind of just in general. If you're up close to a ranker and they just point a gun at you, you're not able to just like, they are able to still fire at you. Like if you're right next to them, except for that was not. I think that if they were like pointing a musket at you and they weren't firing and you had like a knife or something, you would be able to like hit the musket away. Which is hitting the musket away or kind of sort of stunning them when they're too close and you were able to hit them. So that allowed me to not die when facing these rankers. I also added a sort of beginning portion where you are able to beat up a lazy ranker, which is basically just a normal ranker, but they're very bad at their jobs. And you're able to beat them up and be on your merry way, just like I said in the beginning. And here, enjoy some free content of me playing my game. I totally didn't do this like 1,000 times. I hope you noticed the simple bug that was there, which was basically all of the entrances and stuff, or like all the connections between all of the rooms and stuff were not actually can collide false, or more of can query false, I think. Right, yeah, okay. They were not that, so the rankers could not pathfind, recast through the thing. The next thing I made was a flintlock, and I'm actually quite fond of the model that I made for this. The range of the pistol is lowered, of course, but the bonuses are that the fact that the reload time is shorter, and also you look kind of like the Terminator in that one movie poster. Ooh, sharp! Following flintlock, I made the saber, which is fully equipped with the ability to attack left, right, and up based on your mouse movement. I also made some dummies to be able to test attacking and blocking, and you can see my bad gameplay of trying to block the dummy's attack. Next, I made the blunderbuss, which literally obliterates everything in its path. The animation for this makes you walk like a drunken pirate, and also when you're reloading, you don't just reload normally, you just throw in a bunch of black powder and you shake it around, and then hopefully it works. The next addition I made was something that I thought the game needed most, which was some rocket music! As you could probably tell, that song was not made by me. It was called Burning Wheels, and I got it from the Roblox marketplace. But the next thing I added was some peltmen, which have pelts on top of their heads and shoot arrows at you. The next thing I made was a shop where you're able to buy items, and you can not only just buy weapons, which are shown here, but you can also buy tea, which is a healing item, and you can also buy a card, which is similar to the pills from Binding of Isaac, which basically give you a random buff or debuff. In this case, it can give you a range buff or debuff, it can give you a damage buff or debuff, and it can give you a reload speed debuff or buff. Speaking of references to the Binding of Isaac, secret room! Secret room! Oh my gosh, it's a secret room! Oh my gosh, guys, secret room! Oh. The last thing I added to the game in this devlog was the place of Respite, which acts as a place where dead teammates are able to be revived and continue on in the run. I spent time to try and make this place very calm and very collected, and also just with all of the particle effects, and make it look, I know, kind of like the stars. Make it very soothing. And now this is all I have for this devlog. The game is probably going to be linked in the description, and if you want to play it, then there's probably going to be a lot of bugs, so expect bugs, and probably don't complain about many of the bugs, because probably most of them are probably going to be fixed by the next devlog. And yeah, next devlog. That means I can make another one. Probably. Maybe. We'll see about it. We'll see if this gets enough like. I'm kidding, I'm probably gonna make another one. if this gets enough luck. So for now, I shall see you later, and have a nice day, I guess. Goodbye.
Out.